All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're talking about the expert's guide to navigation. We spend a massive, honestly kind of crazy portion of our lives in front of screens, but so few of us actually take the time to optimize the very tools we use to navigate them. Well, today, we're going to change that. We're taking your daily workflow from a grind to a completely seamless journey.
But hey, before we even touch on the software shortcuts or the cool hardware, I've got a surprisingly physical question for you about your daily computer habits. Just think about it for a second. How many times do you think your thumb physically strikes the spacebar during a single hour of typical work?
Get this. According to a Microsoft study, the average user smacks that spacebar 669 times an hour. Yeah, almost 700 times. And remember, that is just one single key. When you multiply that by a full workday, which averages about 5.8 hours of active, intense computer use, you quickly realize we are basically running daily marathons with our fingers. It really proves just how massive the physical toll of digital navigation truly is.
To tackle this, we're treating this explainer as a four-step mastery journey. We'll be covering 1. The physical cost of typing, 2. Navigating with keyboard shortcuts, 3. Choosing your ideal hardware, and 4. Maintaining your keyboard setup.
Okay, Section 1. The physical cost of typing, or really the toll of data entry. Let's dig into the sheer physical reality of our daily grind. So, the crucial point here is that we absolutely cannot ignore what our devices are doing to our bodies. Repetitive strain injuries, or RSIs, they result in up to 15 to 20 billion, yes, billion with a B, dollars in lost work time and medical claims every single year in North America alone. In fact, they make up 62% of all workers' compensation claims. Even more shocking, 50% of new workers report repetitive strain symptoms in their very first year on the job. If you've ever felt that ache in your wrist after a long day, you are, for sure, part of this statistic. To mitigate those injury risks and optimize efficiency, experts over at the Data Entry Institute aim for a baseline typing speed of 60 to 80 words per minute. But listen, speed means literally nothing without accuracy. An error in financial data or a shipping address can cost a company thousands. That's exactly why professionals utilize touch typing, keeping their eyes locked on the screen rather than looking down, and rely heavily on a 10 keypad to maintain a strict 95 to 99% accuracy rate. Mastering proper technique early on prevents the bad habits that eventually lead to all that physical strain. Moving right along to Section 2, Navigating with Keyboard Shortcuts. Now that we understand the physical toll, let's talk about navigating digitally and doing it smartly. Seriously, are you still dragging your mouse all the way across the screen when foundational productivity habits could save you hours? Snapping windows with the Windows key and arrows, or hitting Control-Shift-T to revive a closed tab. Those are absolute non-negotiables for an expert workflow. Flipping between your email and spreadsheet with Alt+Tab instantly keeps your hands precisely where they need to be. Every time you reach for your mouse to do these things, you're wasting precious seconds that compound into hours over a month.
And man, this brilliantly illustrates one of the most relatable pain points of digital work. You copy text from a website, paste it into an email, and boom, suddenly your document looks like a stitched-together typographic Frankenstein's monster of different sizes and colors. Using the shortcut Control+Shift+V is an absolute lifesaver. It pastes plain text and strips away external formatting entirely, keeping your workflow incredibly tidy.
We all know and love the Oops key, right? Hitting Control-Z to instantly undo a mistake is a total time saver. But what if you undo something and then realize, wait, actually scratch that, I wanted to keep it? You can always rely on the Redo shortcut, Control-Y on Windows or Command-Shift-Z on a Mac, to act as a digital nevermind and bring your erased work right back. It's the ultimate safety net for moving fast without the fear of permanently breaking your document. All right, Section 3, Choosing your ideal hardware. We're talking ergonomic solutions here, because let's face it, you can't be a master navigator if your ship is constantly leaking. When comparing popular ergonomic approaches, like a comfort curve keyboard versus a natural split design, the design intention is super clear. Both of these feature curved key beds that actually point the keys toward the center of your hand. Why does this matter? Well, research shows that striking keys at awkward, off-axis angles requires way more force and causes more strain. By angling the keys naturally toward your fingers, you dramatically reduce the daily microstrains on your joints. Furthermore, if you view a good ergonomic keyboard from a side profile, you'll notice a proper palm lift design. Combined with a nice 3D dome curvature, This helps align your wrists into a much more natural, relaxed posture. Rather than bending your wrists upward to reach flat keys, your hands just rest naturally. This directly combats that $15 billion RSI strain epidemic we were talking about earlier. To complete the perfect hardware setup, especially if you're a mechanical keyboard fan, you need the right switches. Nobody wants to be that person in the office sounding like a literal machine gun while they type. The quirky-sounding Leachix Silent Yogurt switch is an absolute office favorite for this. Its unique dual-shot molded stem uses a soft TPU gel that absorbs sound right on impact. But the brilliant part is that it preserves the structural contact, giving you that satisfying mechanical typing feel without feeling mushy like the older silent switches used to.
Finally, bringing us to Section 4, maintaining your keyboard setup. It's all about equipment upkeep, because you just cannot navigate accurately with a sticky compass. HB actually created this handy maintenance matrix that breaks down exactly how to make your mechanical keyboard last for an impressive 10+ years. It ranges from a level 1 quick 2-minute weekly dust-off to a level 2 monthly clean that takes about 20 minutes, all the way to an annual hour-long deep clean where you fully soak the keycaps. Regular maintenance completely prevents the dust buildup that degrades switch performance and causes those frustratingly sticky or unresponsive keys. Honestly, the most critical habit you should build today is that level 1 quick clean. It takes literally 2 minutes and requires absolutely no disassembly. Just unplug the keyboard so you don't accidentally type gibberish, gently flip it over and shake out the loose crumbs, blast it with short bursts of upright compressed air between the rows, and then just gently wipe down the keycaps with a microfiber cloth to lift away oils and fingerprints. Doing this simple routine once a week works absolute wonders. So I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to chew on next time you look down at your own hands. Are you deliberately navigating your digital world, or are you just letting the default settings dictate your speed and comfort? Apply these software shortcuts, prioritize your typing accuracy, invest in some ergonomic hardware, and take a few minutes a week to maintain your gear. If you do this, you will take total control of your daily digital journey. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.